Hello everyone, CMeeCraft here, and welcome to a nice little bonus episode after our Danganronpa Let's Play, which if you haven't seen my Danganronpa Let's Play of Trigger Happy Havoc, go check that out. The whole thing should be up by now. Additionally, I should by this point be starting to stream Danganronpa 2 on my Twitch channel, so check that out as well. But today, we're going to do a little alignment chart for the Danganronpa characters. So we got all the characters that appear in prominent ones anyway in Danganronpa 1, and we're going to put them on an alignment chart, D&D style. So top bottom axis we got good to evil, left to right axis we got lawful to chaotic, just like in D&D. I hope that's the orientation those things are in the alignment charts. Oh well, anyways, it doesn't really matter. So I think good to evil is pretty obvious of what that means. You know, it's good or evil. Pretty normal concept. Now, lawful to chaotic, I think in like a D&D context tends to be like, you know, if you're like the guy who's like following the letter of the law and respectful of the authorities versus it's the, I guess chaotic would be more so the philosophy of just because it's legal doesn't mean it's good, or just because it's good doesn't mean it's legal, or what have you. And so we're gonna go with some. I think one thing in Danganronpa is I'm going to impart, this is going to be a hybrid between like the traditional sort of respective law versus chaos sort of axis. But additionally, I guess I'll also include, because there are literal rules imposed by Monokuma, so I might include that as well, of like who's a good who shoes, following all the rules. And then there are rules that the characters like agree to, like arrangements, agreements, so yeah. Anyways, let's get into this. So first character we got here, we got Chihiro. And I almost said he. By the way, spoiler alert, this is going to spoil like everything in the game. So yeah, just so that's clear. Maybe not everything, but it's going to spoil a lot. Because I got to talk about my picks here. So Chihiro, I think, is definitely one of the more good characters, maybe even maximum good. Like, I can't think of anything off the top of my head that Chihiro did that was bad. I'd maybe take off, like, a little bit for the whole, like, hiding about the, like, identity. I don't know. Maybe she's a man? And that's essentially what that's implying. Hence why she'd be embarrassed to exercise with the other girls. Because then she'd get there and her card wouldn't work because she's not. Then man kills her and the boys realize that since everyone thinks she's a girl, it would make more sense for the murder to take place in the girls, while also getting the man off the hook because he shouldn't have had access to the girls. You know, it doesn't not make sense. Have we considered doing a genital examination on the corpse? But, I mean, even then, though, I mean, everyone has their secrets. I don't think, you know, like, we're grading on a curve here, and I think Chihiro's probably just about at the very top in terms of good versus evil. And honestly, I think Chihiro, and it's nice to have these sort of characters in here first, but I think Chihiro might actually be maximum chaotic as well. I mean, Chihiro is hacking stuff, which is obviously against the rules. You know, even in the real world, going in and hacking stuff is generally not going to be like your goody two-shoes sort of thing. Well, you want me to analyze the massive number of files stored on this laptop? I believe the files are related to the school, but the protection on them is surprisingly strong. So it's taking me a little longer than I thought. Master. But here's what Master must have been thinking. The fact that the files are protected so tightly means they must contain important secrets. For example, perhaps the secret of the school. Not really following the law in most cases. And then if we also include the actions of Alter Ego as sort of an extension of Chihiro's will, going in and, you know, hacking into very important systems, saving people's lives and stuff, and thanks. Saving people's lives by sabotaging the inner workings of the school. And I guess at least if I'm dying, I know that everyone else is still alive, so, you know, is that maybe they can figure out a way out of this. Go with stoicism. Excuse me? Huh? Huh? Was that just... What? Huh? I'm still falling into a massive pit. I'm probably still dead, but... What? Huh? I mean, yeah, I think that's... probably maximum good, maximum chaotic for Chihiro. I think that I like that here. All right, now Taka. Taka is going to be... And obviously he's in this quadrant somewhere. Good and lawful, I would say. He's ultimate moral compass. He really never does anything bad, per se. He did get a bit weird with the whole alter ego thing. Oh, Taka, are you back? Who the hell is Taka? Huh? You, last I checked. Listen up, I'm me, got it? I will admit that. And he did, so, he's not gonna be maximum lawful, because in the whole alter ego dispute, he did end up kind of going against the arrangement we had come to as a group. Kyoko said we're not allowed to use alter ego. Even so, I can't just leave him here like this. Okay, why don't we get going? I can see Chihiro. Take me. This will be good for his mental health, surely. Oh, we gotta walk past Kyoko on the way there. Don't mind. Hey, Kyoko, just so we're totally above board. So that's taking him a bit outside of full lawful, I think. Does that also take him out of good? Like maximum good? I'm going to bring him a bit down from good. Maximum good, not because he's like a bad dude, but I don't think he's a very... It was shown that he wasn't really, didn't have the mental fortitude to be as effective at being good as he otherwise really should have been. Anyway, first things first, we should talk about what we found, right? It's Taka. Taka, man. Pull yourself together, man! Alright. So I think we're gonna put him here. That seems about right to me. Alright, Sayaka. Sayaka is not technically one of our murderers, but she tried, not for lack of trying.
Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was... Sayaka?
So I think that's gonna shunt her in the evil direction. She was literally willing to kill a man to, reunite with her friends, which, I mean, as noble as that may have been, as a motivation, she did plot to kill a man, so that's pretty evil. And I mean, she didn't break any rules per se. She did mislead Makoto, come to arrangement on fraudulent circumstances.
The note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Alright. Then that note, Sayaka wrote it.
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone.
She cheating on me? Glad the bitch is dead now. Just kidding, just kidding.
She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
But who and why?
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Maybe slightly chaotic and a bit evil, I'd say. Maybe put her like right here-ish, I think. And she's definitely not on the good side. She's definitely not on the... I don't think she's on the lawful side. So yeah, like a little moderately evil, little chaotic, I would say. Makes sense to me. Sakura. Now Sakura's a difficult one to place, because like she was instrumental in good prevailing. It was shaped like Monokuma. It was probably the only key of its kind on Earth. Where did you get this?
So...
From the headmaster's room. How'd you get in there? What? What? You stuck into the headmaster's room? But wasn't it locked?
However...
The lock was broken. What?
Correct.
It was Sakura. She did it for us. Oh. I see. I guess that, That's what she meant by saying she wasn't gonna just go down. But, and she's actually, the way she carries herself is, she's one of the most upright and moral people in the cast, I think. You're hurt. What happened?
Huh?
Oh, nothing. It's not a big deal. Hey! Makoto, Hero, what's the meaning of this? We saved her. It wasn't me, it was Genocide Jill. It's all that demented murderous fiend's fault.
Damn.
Hurt Hina. Damn you. To leave me alone, but to hurt her? What is this? I can't put her on at maximum good though, because she was working with Monokuma for a bit. She was the spy.
Hey.
So guess what? The spy is actually Sakura or Ogami. You just up and said it. So she, like, she's on the good side for sure, ultimately, but I can't put her at maximum good just for the fact of accepting that offer. Now, in terms of chaos, she lit her book rule by breaking into Monokuma's thing. Her whole death thing ended up being very chaotic. Just, you know, commit suicide, explain later. Explain nothing. Obviously she tried, but yeah, I would hope, like, it's a bit chaotic to not kind of explain that, but I guess she didn't want people to be like, oh, don't do it, I'll talk you out of it. So I think this makes sense for her. Fairly good, maybe a bit more good, but also on the chaotic end of things for sure. Hina. Hina, I think, is again going to be one in our sort of good area. I can't put her at maximum good, because in the wake of Sakura's death, she did try to get literally everyone killed. We killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. So, that's not great. So I gotta knock her some points for that. She wasn't outright working with the mastermind like Sakura was, so I'm not gonna drop her quite to Sakura's level. And then I gotta put her on chaotic, at least a bit, for that stunt.
And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground.
But why, though? I don't understand the motive here. Unless she didn't want us to think that Sakura had killed herself?
Nobody was
I guess?
Replaced
But for what-
it with an
to what
empty
end?
protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina.
It's really just the one act, though, so maybe not extreme chaotic, but a bit chaotic. She's a little chaotic, I'd say. And I actually like that her and Sakura are actually pretty close to each other on this. It kind of makes sense, given that they get along quite well. Now, Byakuya. Byakuya is a tough one. Because I feel like he has some of the most pronounced character development over the course of the game. So, like, if I'm ranking, like, early game Byakuya, he's probably, like, somewhere around here, like a little evil and fairly chaotic. If I decide to fight, of course I'll come up with something original. Otherwise, this game of ours would be totally boring, right? It's not often you get to take part in such high-stakes, high-tension activity. So if you're going to do it, you have to make sure it's entertaining. If I'm going later game, Byakuya, I guess I'll judge him kind of as a where he ends up more so, maybe. I'd say he's probably, I don't think he's far into the good side, but I think he's a little good. He's a little good.
You know how much I hate being annoyed, but if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but, you know.
Especially by the end of the game, I think he's there. I kind of would have put him on the chaos side due mainly to chapter 2.
That could have been the end of things, but no.
Byakuya, darn Byakuya.
Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime.
And so the crime scene was tampered with twice.
He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
I mean, actually, you know what? Yeah. I mean, is he that chaotic? Because it's outside. I don't know, because he really messed with people in that. Like maybe here, I would say. Maybe around the same level as Sakura, maybe a little bit more. I don't know, he's a tough placement. Maybe a little less, kind of between Hina and Sakura. Because I mean, basically these three all ended up kind of misleading people and turning one of the cases completely on their head because of it. So I think them all being kind of in the same general area of chaos due to that makes sense, with Sakura being a bit further due to her also having just outright broken one of the rules and breaking into the headmaster's office. So I guess this feels about right. Celeste. Celeste is definitely evil. Of just like, she might actually be the most evil of all of just the normal student body, because she was the only one that, like, chapter 3 is the only chapter that actually involves just cold-blooded, calculated murder for personal gain. He believed the lie wholeheartedly right up until the moment of his death.
So in the end...
So you had planned to kill him all along. But of course. There would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
How can human life mean so little to you?
Well...
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win. The rest is like, oh, well, it was self-defense. Oh, well, it was actually a crime of passion in the heat of the moment. Now, Celeste was just like, I want $1 million. Let's figure out how I can do this. And sure, yeah, I'll kill 2 people to make it happen. Why not? I can't put it at max evil just because, I mean, there are other characters that deserve that more so, which we'll get to in a bit. And do I think she's chaotic or lawful? She did suggest one of the rules that ends up being a pretty major one throughout a lot of the game, of the let's not go out of our rooms at night rule.
Let's see...
So regarding this nighttime, I think we need to add a rule of our own. What do you mean? Going out at nighttime should be prohibited altogether. Why? The school regulations don't actually tell us not to go out at night. I would like to make it official. Why?
Are you okay with this?
The way things are now, every time night comes, we will all start to get worried and anxious. We will be afraid someone might try and come kill us. What? If we have to worry about that night after night for who knows how long, it will wear us down in no time. Which maybe puts her on the lawful side, but she also did blatantly break that rule in her own scheme. I mean, if anything, setting up a rule to then break it, and chapter 3 was nothing if not really chaotic. Like, there's definitely a world in which Hifumi covers himself in the blood for the IVs to make himself appear dead, then wipes up his glasses and goes up top. But why? Why? Like, I'm not against that happening, but I don't know why you would do that. Maybe he was like the accomplice of someone else and then got betrayed at the last minute? I think I'm putting her like maybe here. Like more chaotic than most people, I guess. Mukuro. So, again, spoilers, but for those who don't know, so Mukuro is the Junko at the very beginning of the game. We do know from her background that she's in league with the mastermind, like really so.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
We don't have any sort of redemption like we have with Sakura, so she's definitely on the evil side. I'm not sure I'd put her maximum evil, because she always, and granted, it's tough. We don't have much time with her, like, actually on screen. And just to be clear, so I'm basing this not off, like, 100%ing the game or anything. I've played the game through once, like, fairly normally. So if there's, like, conversations that flesh these characters out more that I'm not aware of, you can tell me about that in the comments. But no, I haven't, like, 100%ed or seen all the other materials or read the book about Kyoko or something, so this is mostly off of just like one fairly normal playthrough of the game. Definitely more evil than Celeste, though, I would say, for helping set this up, but she seemed like more of a kind of a fellow traveler with the mastermind than really the one who's like pushing it. I mean, fairly chaotic. She's the only person to actually get executed for breaking a rule. Oh, we've got violence!
Are you enjoying yourself now?
Are you?
Huh?
Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation.
Oh no.
I invoke the mighty summon spell. Help! To me, godly spear, Gunyear.
What? What? It was kind of tame last time, compared to this.
This wasn't supposed to.
And I mean, depending on how much she had to do with the actual like fall of society, I mean, that's pretty darn chaotic. So I'd maybe put her like here, a little more evil than Celeste, a bit more chaotic, I'd say. Especially, you know, maybe we go maximum chaos here, actually. Because she kicked the Monokuma as one of the only people who, in theory, I think should have known what was up. And that's a commitment to chaos of, like, there's no way she thought that was a good idea. And yet she did it anyway. So, yeah. All right, we got Toko and Genocide Jack as separate characters here, which I like. So Toko, I don't know. I'm not sure I really have a strong opinion either way of Toko in terms of good or evil. And she's a very unpleasant individual. But I figured she'd be a lovey-dovey type. What with her masterpiece being a romance and all.
What's your problem?
What? It's not polite to stare, you know. That's a weird smile. Stop staring at me like I'm some filthy creature. A filthy creature? No, I just thought... I know you just thought. But being a jerk doesn't mean you're evil. That being said... Yeah, I think I might just put her on the line. Now, in terms of lawful versus chaotic, maybe a little chaotic. Or a little lawful. I don't know. I don't think I put her just straight center. I like her slightly chaotic just because it's annoying to talk to her. Just chaotic socially. I promise there are more people who are lawful. I think. Genocide Jack is going to straight up, I'm literally a serial killer. Actually, you know what? I mean, yeah, it's got to be like, we can't even switch these two, like do like that. And because Genocide Jack, very chaotic socially, very evil. Again, literally a serial killer. Doesn't actually kill anyone in the game.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction.
This is a really weird dynamic, by the way, of like, my defense is, I am a crazy maniac killer. I just didn't kill this person.
I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee.
Yeah.
This is no creation of mine.
But literally serial killer. So yeah. Doesn't really break Monokuma's rules, but certainly broke society's rules prior to the events of the game. Yeah, I think this makes sense. I forget what your name even is. But the creepy otaku fat guy. Hifumi, right. So I think, I don't know, I might make him slightly lawful. Like the only thing he gets a bit crazy with the whole alter ego plot line. I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to fucking kill him. I think a little evil. Like he's a bit of a creep. What's strange is that this is the perfect chance for you to sneak a peek. Monokuma, come on. We really shouldn't do that. Like the girls here, the girls that are remaining are pretty scary. Honestly. We don't need to give them a casus belli for murder. Huh? That's... Control yourself, Hifumi! You're absolutely right. They're not 2D. In universe. From a game perspective, they're 2D. But not in universe. In universe, they're real people. He's... obviously was willing to murder. For a computer. Which isn't great. And yeah, I mean... He dutifully did his cleaning job in Chapter 1. I'm looking for whoever's on cleaning duty. Cleaning duty? As a matter of fact, yes, that's me. What do you ask? It just so happens Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, the school would be flooded with trash in no time. So I formally applied for the position. And outside of like disregarding the alter ego based rules, mostly I think follows the letter of the law in the game. So I think slightly lawful, slightly evil, I think makes sense for him. Junko. I mean, definitely completely evil. And honestly, we might just do true neutral evil. I don't know, maybe a little chaotic, but I don't know, she just wants maximum despair.
We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret. So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it? That's not true at all. We were twins. How could I not be sad? That's why it gets me so excited. Killing my precious sister with my own 2 hands. That act is filled with so much despair.
Okay, so I'm not going crazy and think the mushrooms only just now appeared. Good. See, the thing is, I haven't played any sequels or anything, so I don't even know if this gets revealed there. But I don't know I mean, it's implied she probably had something to do with the whole, like, calamity that destroyed the world, apparently.
Behold, the world beyond the school walls!
outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
What? What? A Monokuma apocalypse? Like if she had like a big hand in that, then she's probably more on the chaotic side. I don't really know one way or the other, so I think I might just put her of just like pure neutral evil. She just wants maximum despair. All right, Kyoko. I mean, Kyoko's definitely good. I think Kyoko might actually be maximum lawful. I'm literally a detective. Can I ask you your name?
My name is Kyoko Kirigiri.
So very monotone, girl. The ultimate, who knows? I'm gonna say ultimate detective. I've presumably spent, again, I know there's like a whole book series about it, but I haven't read it. But presumably spent a lot of her life, you know, working with authorities, solving crimes or something.
Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
Maybe like equivalent lawfulness, or so I think maximum lawfulness makes sense. And then she's great at finding loopholes for the rules. She never outright breaks the rules. That's why I knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you're free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they had to use the class trial to do it. I don't think I'm quite putting her at maximum good. She's very good. One of the most morally upright characters in the game, maybe even a bit more so than Taka. But when the chips were down and she had the chance to, she wasn't willing to stick our neck out for us when it counted at her own expense. Oh no. Well, congratulations on your win, Kyoko.
Thrills, chills!
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment! Wait, why do I... Kyoko. Kyoko!
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Damn right it is. Kyoko.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
To our own detriment. So I think that that lack of willingness for self-sacrifice specifically, I think stops her from getting to maximum good. Leon, like this might be a cop-out. I think I'm just putting him true neutral. Now, part of it is he died so early, I really don't think I have a very good grasp of his character. But I don't know, he just kind of struck me as like a guy that was there and died, so.
What?
What are you looking at me for? Mr. Goody Two-Shoes is running the show for now. Like, I didn't get a particular lawful versus chaotic feel for him. I didn't get... Yeah, I don't know. That seems right to me. Maybe there's an argument of like he's more lawful because I don't see him breaking any rules specifically. And he did die in self-defense, which is like the most lawful, or he did kill in self-defense, which is like the most lawful way to kill someone.
You son of a bitch!
Son of a bitch, what the hell's wrong with you? And to be fair, he did kill in self-defense.
I didn't have a choice.
It was kill or be killed.
So, that's why...
I killed her first.
None of you are any different!
One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here. There's a complete chance that I wound up like this. So maybe we neutral, but a bit lawful. I think that makes sense. Makoto, I think, is kind of our inverted Kyoko. I think he's maximum good. but not quite lawful. There are a few cases where he's like sneaking around, you know, going back behind people's backs and stuff. But someone stood in my way. Kyoko? Yeah. Hi, Kyoko. So about that, we didn't do anything to alter ego. As if tagging Taka out, she walked briskly into the dressing room.
Just a second.
What do you think you're doing? Kyoko! My best girl, Kyoko, what are you doing here? You heard all that, did you? No, see, this is, I've been working on my motivational speaking. I think, maybe, I wasn't admitted here as the lucky student, because clearly I'm not very lucky to end up in this situation. Maybe I'm actually the ultimate motivational speaker.
Enough already.
Don't go around doing whatever you feel like. It causes problems. Not just for me. For everyone. Sorry.
Correct.
If you're really sorry, you'll get out of here. Now. But ultimately, his heart is always in the right place. Mondo! He kills someone just in a crime of sheer rage and passion.
Damn you!
Why do you have to tell me that? You trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
No, I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right, I am strong. I'm strong. Strong. Stronger than you!
You son of a bitch!
And stronger than Daria! I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring at him, down on the ground. So which definitely puts him on the evil side, but he does have the bro code with Taka. What are you talking about, bro? Oh, now they don't have a witness. They're just going to both claim they won. What are you talking about, bro? Oh, they're like best friends now because they went through that together. They have a mutual respect. What the?
Yo.
Hey, Makoto. Thank you so much for acting as our witness yesterday. Huh? Are they friends now? They've been like this all morning. They're all buddy-buddy as soon as they walked in. It feels gross.
What?
Feels gross? Hell no. Feels great, more like. This all feels like sexual harassment somehow. Forget her, bro. A girl like her just doesn't get our manly bond.
You hear me?
Friendship between men is stronger than blood. Hoon could never understand. Which I think makes him a bit lawful. Maybe like this? And he's got to be more, I don't know, maybe about as evil as Sayaka. He's definitely got a more evil past, I think. I'm not sure if it's explicitly stated if his biker gang is criminal, but I get those sorts of vibes. But his crime hers was more premeditated, his was more a crime of passion in the moment. So, I think maybe like this. Maybe a little, yeah. That seems about right to me. Monokuma is actually going to be... Now, Monokuma, I guess, is actually just Junko, but we're going to give Monokuma basically a pure lawful evil. Now, why is he different than her? Because, well, he's like the host of the game, I guess. And I don't think he really ever specifically breaks the rules of the game. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
Hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement. You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that. So that means it was a student, one of the 16. Interesting. So, yeah. And then we got Hiro here. I think he's good. He's a bit dumb. It all happened one day when I went to go get a hamburger. CMeeCraft was a place I'd never been before. They claimed their patties were 100% all beef. So I got a burger to go and headed home.
But
And before long,
the end is nigh!
the sky was filled with a mysterious blood and light, man.
Some crazy beam came out of nowhere and locked onto my hamburger.
What the heck?
And as soon as the beam touched it, the burger started floating in midair.
You didn't happen to be, like, smoking anything that night?
And then, still floating there, the entire burger started coming apart. One part of it just vanished, while the rest fell back into my hand. Do you realize what that means?
The aliens were hungry?
It means the burger wasn't 100% beef. It must have had some pork or something mixed in.
That's one conclusion you can draw, but this isn't a stupid matrix or anything. It's just good, evil, lawful, chaotic. And I'd say he's generally kind of lawful. Maybe like in the middle of this quadrant over here. Like we could put him, I think over here, I guess. I mean, he doesn't really. I'm trying to think. Does he break any rules? No, not really. I mean, he tries to cover up when he thinks he almost kills someone. So there's that. I don't know, maybe put him like here-ish, kind of in this general quadrant. I don't know, I mean, he's not like a strict like upholder of like the law. I can't make him more lawful than Taka, I don't think. So I think actually about here. Now maybe I'm just putting him here because there's empty space and it looks nicer visually, but yeah. So looking at it again now, I think I'm generally happy with this. I think this makes sense to me. If you disagree, go ahead and tell me in the comments how wrong I got this. But this has been the Danganronpa character alignment chart. Hope you enjoyed. And if you did, of course, you know, maybe check out me playing the game, or I should be playing the sequel pretty soon, maybe even like right now-ish. Who knows, there might be like text appearing like it's going to be live at this time or something for Danganronpa 2. So, hope to see you there. But anyways, until next time, I've been CMeeCraft, and I'll catch you in the next video or stream. Goodbye.